still trying to reply to all of them because you guys left so many. Oh my God. So thank you so much. It really touched my heart, and also the hearts of my two closest friends. So thank you guys for that. You are beautiful, and I'm so happy that I decided to just do the reading. I really struggled at first, as you noticed, but by the end I was pretty good, and I rested, and today I'm great. So I just want that to inspire you when it hurts. Like, believe me, it was hurting, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. And if you don't care about any of this, you know where the timestamps are. So, anyways, I just feel better today. And just no matter how bad it hurts, push through it, because as you're doing it, that brings you relief. It's like, even though you don't want to and you feel down, the fact that you're actually making yourself and you're pushing through it lifts you up. I promise you. Like, just watch the whole reading that I did, every one of them, and you'll see by the end I was way it was just easier for me. Things were flowing. So anyways, for those of you who are curious, and I'll just kind of make this really brief because I'm super private, as you know, there was a very significant person in my life for 18 years now, and for most of those years he was the most important person in my life. And there's a lot of things that happened, and the way things ended was such a betrayal and heartbreak to me. It put a hurt inside of me that I had never felt before, and just everything bad that you can imagine after that happened, all the way down to my dog getting ran over, my car getting stolen, like, you name it, it happened. And it was the hardest time of my life. And, you know, he definitely was the facilitator, and for a long time I was the victim in my head and blamed him, you know, and I had every right because he did a lot of just really unfair things. But, you know, as we heal and we move through things, we realize, you know, I was participating in that too, every step of the way. You know, even when I knew, I was still participating. So I have to take that responsibility on for myself. However, you know, when you get that chance to have the conversation, the closure, and you realize that this person is the same exact person that you met 18 years ago. No matter the life experiences, no matter what's happened in their life, they are still fundamentally the same person inside. Nothing has changed them. They have not grown or spiritually awakened on any level. And I know that because of the response I got, which was still the same justification, you know, excuses. This is why. It's always some reason, and for 11 years, you know, whatever. Like, I can't anymore. And I definitely feel like the universe set that all in motion, because even though I was crying and like sobbing like I haven't, and I can't tell you how long, I wasn't sad and depressed inside. It was a pain, like just this horrible, ugly pain that I was carrying around, and it's gone now. And I don't, you know what? I didn't even respond back because, you know what? I don't care anymore. If anything, I was about to flip the bird, but since I got my bad karma for that, I learned my lesson there. So all I have to say now is boy bye. That's all I got now is boy bye, and that feels so good. So those of you out there who your heart was shredded and your entire life was destroyed, you keep moving, because I'll tell you, there were days I would wake up and I would cry because I woke up and I didn't die in my sleep like I had prayed the night before, because there was nothing I did. I don't even want to remember that part of my life. Like, it is over, it is gone, and I made it through that, and so I know that you can too. And at the end of the day, I have to get real with myself. Had my entire life not been shattered like that, had he not did everything in the world that broke every illusion I had, I couldn't be what I am today. And I'll take this version of myself over the previous 39 years that I have lived. I will take this version of me and this is who I define myself by now. And no matter what happens, please do not give up. Like, see, now I'm choking up, but these are beautiful tears because, trust me, I have been there, and that's why I do what I do, because I know how it hurts. And nobody being there for you, just like you're abandoned, like I get it. And just don't give up. Don't give up. And, maybe tomorrow won't be better, or even 2 weeks won't be better. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. It's a process. But it will get better. And when it gets better, it's so amazing. It's just worth it, guys. Don't give up. And dream as big as you can dream, because I will leave this story right here with this. He always used to tell me that I would get fat and I would stop wanting to have sex, as if that were the only things that defined me as a person. And because of that, it really jacked my self-esteem. But even in that, there was a little light inside of me. And I would say, no, one day I'm going to be famous for teaching people about love, and I'm always going to be beautiful. Because my beauty, that comes from the inside out. My face, that's going to age. My body is going to change. But what's inside of me, that's my glory. That's the gift of who I am. So, don't give up on your dreams either. No matter what is being said to you, even, like, oh, come on, that's a stupid dream, but you're gonna get famous for teaching people love, for being a good person. Don't give up on your dreams, guys. So anyways, let's begin with the overall message for the day. And I'll tell you guys, I wanted to get that relationship back together for so long. Oh, it just ate me out, but nope, not anymore. Boy, bye. And I'm so good with that. Smile on my face, joy in my heart, skip in my step. There we go. Ooh, so the overall message today is Night Wind, facing fear, subconscious release, and healing. So if you just listen to my story, is that not the most perfect message for the day? Face your fears, guys. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. If you listen to that motivational video that I left for you guys like last week sometime, it says, once you really look at something, you see the illusion of it, and it holds no power over you. And that's the truth. So don't be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid to let that person go. Don't be afraid to let that job go. Because sometimes all of that's just dead weight hanging off of you, and that's the whole cause of your fear, and you don't even know. Let it go. Don't be afraid. And I get it. It's a process, whatever it is, but I will be right here holding the space for you when you're ready to do that, if you're not ready to do that today. Okay? Because you've got to, move with your own spirit, right? But whatever's holding you back, let it go. And you guys might have a purge yourself where you're not sad and depressed, but there's some heavy stuff you've been, walking around with inside. And it might be time to release that. And crying and sobbing is such a great way to do that. It really is. It's energy, and you're releasing it. You're letting it go. And I just cannot tell you how much better I feel for the process of it. So today is all about facing your fears, getting real with yourself, being willing to be disillusioned by all of the illusions that you've created for yourself that keep you feeling secure and safe. Because sometimes, when you're shaking like a leaf, that's when true courage comes out, right? When it's fight or flight, that courage kicks in. And in that space, some of us are magic and superhuman. So, like I say, your shadow self is not a negative thing. That is where your fight or flight comes from. That is where your courage comes from and your strength comes from, okay? So, whatever's haunting you, today is a good day to declare that you are letting it go. And then as the days and weeks follow, just things will naturally play out in your life to make it happen. Like in my story I shared, it wasn't a planned event. It just, the universe aligned it, and I said what I had to say, and then he said what he felt he needed to say to me in return. And, like I said, boy didn't grow, so boy bye. I don't got time for that anymore. I'm not that girl anymore. And so let that stuff go so you can be as strong as you truly are. There's nothing to fear. Danger is real, okay? But fear is not real. So that is the message for today. Alright, so we have the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I realize I didn't even say what we have today, but hopefully you guys are familiar enough with all of these now. And they're all in the description box below, so in the order in which I read. Okay. Look at this. Compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with the situation. Even if it's a situation that you need to let go of and release, be kind to yourself, to whoever's involved. And, if you can't be kind to who's ever involved and your response might not be a nice response, you might have to just be like, girl, bye, or boy, bye. Because, this is saying you don't want to leave anything in a heavy, hard place today. You really want to show compassion and empathy and understanding to all you're involved with today. There may actually be somebody in your life that is going through a struggle that you might not be aware of or anybody aware of, and you being tender and soft, they might just pour their heart out to you, and you'll be like, oh my God, I had no idea that you were even going through that. This might be somebody you don't even like, okay? And then you find out about all this stuff, and you're like, oh my God. And I get it, if somebody is super wretched, when there's some karma showing up, as long as it's nothing too crazy, you're like, karma's a bitch, only if you are, right? You're saying that to yourself. But remember my story about flipping dude off, okay? Show compassion instead, because we all do stupid stuff, and we all get, that return of those lower vibes, because we all put that out there every day, including me, all right? I really try to not, lower myself, but I'm human, just like you guys. I get triggered just like you guys. I am on a journey, just like you. I am still learning and growing and expanding, just like you guys, So today, be tender, be soft, don't be mean. And if there's somebody in your life that is just, too much, you might want to let them know today, hey, you need to take it down a notch. I need a little more tenderness from you. So let's pull some tarot to see what comes out with that. And really, really be tender on yourself. If you are sad, if you're going through anything, if you're feeling sad about somebody that you shouldn't feel sad about, or you're feeling sad about a situation, like maybe you got some karma back and like you're like, yeah, I totally know why this showed up and I'm sad about it. Don't be mean to yourself. Even if you're like, yeah, I did this is totally my fault. that alone right there, you are ahead of most people, because most people can't even recognize that. And for a long time, I couldn't even recognize that. Like I said in my story, I was the victim, and I played that to the hilt. It took a lot to take full responsibility of me. And but now, oh my God, I would rather take responsibility for me than say I have no power, so, it's all you. Nuh-uh. No way, no day, never again. So, you neither, but you be kind to yourself today. So we have the Strength card. We have the Chariot. And we have the Six of Pentacles in this position. So, as far as energies go, this is Leo in the Major Arcana, and this is Cancer in the Major Arcana. So, oh, and look at this. 6, 7, 8. Synchronistic day. Yeah, you might, today might require some internal strength on your behalf for yourself, or for somebody else, where you've got to be strong for somebody else and help them move on from something. You could even be helping them financially move on. You might actually be helping somebody move, and it's maybe last minute, or they ask today and you're like, ugh, that sucks. But if that's the case, this says, help them out, really help them out. Others of you, you need to find the strength within and the compassion for yourself to leave some sort of situation, person, friendship, relationship that is very dominating and controlling over you. Like it could be like the person is like, has a personality that is legit very dominating, very controlling of you, or it could just be like whatever the situation or person is, you are obsessing over it, okay? And with this lineup of cards, it's saying, look, you need to dig deep down in that inner strength and allow yourself freedom from this person or situation, this oppression, this control. Because this is the Six of Coins, this could definitely be playing out in the workplace. Some of you, this could be with a partner where you guys, it's about money, okay? And you might be like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out. Or if you are somebody who's just really tight stringed with, finances and money, and that your partner or somebody in your life is like, hey, let's buy this, or hey, let's go on this vacation, your typical answer might be like, no, we don't have money for that. But this time, have some compassion, okay? Like, really hear their side, because with the Chariot in this direction, you are moving ahead. There's better things ahead for you. But many of you may not even realize that yet. But also, it indicates a journey. So there's either a vacation on the minds of those of you, some of you that went with this, or like you want to move, maybe even move to like a entirely new town or something like that, and you don't know if you could do it. And I would say with this, you should go for it. If there is a job, or there is a person somewhere other than where you are, and you've really been considering it, do it. I say, this to me is more like the way you need to be on yourself. Like today, don't beat yourself up over something. If you've been beating yourself up, don't do it. Especially with that Night Winds card coming out, if something's really been oppressing you and you know it, have compassion for yourself, for the situation, but allow the freedom to take place, because this is success, this is victory over something that's very controlling and oppressive, and like you have the strength and the willpower to accomplish it, okay? So those are your messages for this first deck, the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I am wishing you a very beautiful and blessed day. Take care. Alright, so those who were interested in the wisdom of the House of the Knight. And yes, I did not call them out. I am so sorry before I started. Ooh, the Warrior. I really like this card. This is saying to you, look, whatever you put your heart and soul into, you can achieve, you will accomplish. Also, you know, if you've been working on something for quite some time, today is a good day to take stock of, have you veered off your path a little bit, like from your original intention? Is what originally was motivating you, has that shifted? And if it's shifted, is it for the positive or is it for the negative? So with this, some of you might need to get back on track. Others of you, this is your confirmation that yes, you're almost there if you've really been in the grind doing it, okay? And for others, this is your answer. It's saying, listen, whatever you're asking for, whatever you want, you've got to put your heart and soul into it to make it happen, okay? So let's pull some tarot to see what comes out with that Warrior. Ooh, we got the Magician that flew out. Nice. Oh, and the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys that have been working hard at something, something's about to happen. And you manifested it, my friend. Okay, so we have the Magician in this position, the 10 of Pentacles in this position, and the 2 of Wands in this position. So, this is what I see. And I love that that's a 2 and that's a 2 and that's a 1 and a 10. Ending, new beginning. Perfect. Okay, so those of you that just like have this new idea, or you've decided to make a change somehow, some way in your life, this is saying that you will achieve that. You will accomplish it. Like, it's guaranteed. Again, it comes through your dedication. However, with this 10 here on the side, you know, what do you need to release yourself from? Is it a belief? Is it an idea? Is it that you don't have enough resources to get, you know, what you're trying to achieve here? Because it's like something that I'm really working hard to achieve, but I'm still kind of hanging on to security and comfort because I'm totally afraid to go all the way in, because I'm a little apprehensive here. I'm kind of expecting the other shoe to drop, or I'm expecting failure, or, you know, I've been at this for a long time and it hasn't worked out yet. What's going on? So, listen, you're almost there, but some of you, maybe you need to quiet yourself and not talk to other people about your dreams and your goals and your wishes, and just kind of quietly work on those things inside, because that might be what distracts you and kind of pulls you off course. Like, you know, many people, when you have a really good idea and you're trying to achieve something, all they ever want to talk to you about is the money you're going to make from it, right? And, you know, for many people, that's the beginning motivator, is the money that they're going to make at it. But if that's what the case is for you, you need to let that go. The financial gain cannot be your motivation. Your hard work, energy, and effort working towards anything, you know, that's going to naturally bring abundance into your life. It's just going to spontaneously happen because of the energy you are putting out. So don't let money, or, you know, the gain or the status be what motivates you. Let it be that you want to achieve something. It's for the achievement of it itself. It's a different energy. It's, I want to achieve this to prove to myself that I can. All right, that's a whole different energy than, I'm going to do this because I want to make money, or, I want status, I want all these material things, so I'm going to do these things to try to obtain more. That's definitely one way to go about something. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because some of us are wired that way, that's just the bottom line. But if you can, focus more on the achievement itself and not so much the actual monetary gain or status gain that, from your achievement. Others of you, this is believe in the magic of yourself, because the universe is confirming you got the magics inside of you, my friend. And if you are willing to go all the way, you will achieve what you are trying to achieve here. But don't feel fearful. Don't hold watch, hold guard. Is this going to not work? Is this going to fall down? Like, flow more in it. And I see success. Like, this is, yes, success. But it's really up to you. And also keep this in mind because of this card. Sometimes the path or road that you foresaw for yourself, which leads to success, is not the way. Like, it's not. You've asked for something, so the universe aligns you to that, and your road may look very different than what you anticipated. I could tell you, when I first thought of doing tarot in my channel and everything, what I planned, the way it worked, oh my god, no way. Like, it took forever to really get started on my channel, where I was consistently uploading and having the energy and the motivation and the determination to do it. And, during that time, the universe was growing me and grooming me, and I was going through so many different steps and processes. And then finally, it was just really natural. I'm telling you, somebody sent me a message. Actually, the person I talked about in the story at the beginning of the video sent me a message. Was like, hey, you haven't uploaded in like 8 months. What's going on? And I didn't really talk to him that much. And so, because he messaged me and said that, I took it as a sign, like, because it was a rarer thing for us to communicate, that, the universe moved through him, because I would hear that better, right? And so I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, you're absolutely right. And he actually sent that message right around the time that I was suffering from that rejection from my old job, that guy I worked with that I've talked about, that some of you know about, okay? So I was like a little mopey and weepy. And so I did some videos. They weren't great, I'm not gonna lie. But then, like, some other life circumstances just happened, like, that I could never have planned. And it just set it all up. And now, like, I'm doing this the whole time. And I am telling you guys, this is not what I planned exactly or how I foresaw it. And the different ideas I get for the readings or the timeless readings, I don't sit here and think about it. I promise you guys, I don't. I'll just be doing something, like educating myself, whatever, and all of a sudden this idea will pop in my head, and I'll be like, oh my god, universe, that's brilliant. I like that. And then I make it my own. So that's what I mean by, like, if you just do those inspired actions and you pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, you have a path that is literally lit up for you. And it just feels so natural that, you're like, this is the universe, here's me. There's a relationship here. There's a connection here. I can't even tell you. It would be way too long and you'd be like, girl, shut up. I just want my reading. But open yourself up to all those signs and synchronicities, and open yourself up to the universe. What do I need to do to make this happen? What would it take? Because there was a time I asked that question, and after that, my whole life changed, hence the story I shared. And so be prepared, because like I said, some of us see this path forward and we think everything that's going on in our life right now can just move on that path with us. And depending on how high you are reaching, my friends, some of those people, some of those situations, some of those jobs, they've got to fall away because they can't go to where you are headed. And it hurts, but let it go. You'll be happier for it in the long run, okay? And other relationships will align with you. I can tell you, even from 2 years ago, the two people that I talk to on the daily are not the people that I was always talking to 2 years ago, or even 5 years ago. In fact, one of them I didn't even know 5 years ago. One of them is my lifelong friend, but you know how that goes, right? Like, you're close, and then there's times of distance, but when you come back together, it's like no time has passed at all. Well, I happen to move back closer to my hometown, and that's where she lives, and my other friend lives, and so I just see them all the time now, and they're absolutely my support system. So even if it's like desolate lands, you keep moving forward and believe that it will get better, and that you're just going through whatever you need to go through, that's shaping you, molding you, grooming you for what you're reaching for. Even if when you're looking around, you're like, I'm like still in the ghetto, like what? Trust it, okay? Trust it. Man, I will say, me and the ex were definitely living the American dream for quite some time. And when all that fell apart, I lived in a worse apartment than I did when I moved out when I was 18. Like, I would cry about that, like how much of a step back in life I felt like I had taken. And there's so many other details that I left out, but just trust it. Trust it. I wish I remember exactly, but what do they say about like a bamboo that like it only grows like an inch over like 10 years or something, and then in a span of like 3 months it grows 10 feet or something like that? I don't know. You'll have to put it in the comments if you know exactly. Trust that, because that is, for many people, it's like you're doing it, and you don't see nothing happening. You don't see nothing changing. It's because you're being built up as a person. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming wiser. I promise you, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, I could not be doing this right now today. No way, no how. I was not ready. Even though I could read cards, all of it, I wasn't ready as a person who I needed to expand into within myself. And so trust your journey, trust the process, okay? Things are always working. Like, energy doesn't stop moving. It's that we give up and quit because it's taking too long. And there's another wonderful quote, why ever give up on a dream, man? Time is going to pass anyways. That you're living anyways. So why not? Why not? All right. So anyways, those are the messages. It's there. New things. Definitely some new opportunity could knock on your door today. And if it seems like, can I really do that? Yes, you can. If you believe in yourself and you're willing to put the true and honest hard work and effort into it. Okay, so those are your messages for today. I'm wishing you all a very beautiful and blessed day. Take care. Hello. So let's see what the Oracle of Visions has to offer you for today. Look at this. So if you listen to my message, my little story at the beginning of the video, this is totally like that release that I was talking about. This is saying to you, it's time to purge the past. It's time to release it. It's time to let it go, okay? Because there's something new opening up inside of you. So some of you, this is on a vast scale. Others of you, this is on a much smaller scale. It's an idea that you need to let go of. It's a belief about yourself that you need to let go of. Some of you, this is some really crappy things that happened, in the past. And if you allow that energy to come from the depth of your soul and you just sob it out of you, like sob, you will be freed. It's unbelievable. You've got to give yourself permission to let it go. And as you feel it leaving, don't say, wait, nope, I'm going to pull you right back down in and hold you longer. If you want to, you can. It's choice, right? But the universe got you today. And so if you're willing to let it go, to release whatever it is for you personally, the universe will see you all the way through to the end of it. And there's something very lovely coming to you, and that's why we're releasing, okay? Sometimes if your hand is filled still, you've got to open it so it can just, and your hands are empty to receive. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. Alright. This is actually really interesting to come out with that card, to be honest. So we have the Four of Pentacles in this position. We're really focused on either money, career, finance, paying bills, maybe wanting to buy something big, planning out something, but it's like we're just focused very dryly, very just in our thought, no emotion, no crazy energy bumping, behind it. It's just kind of like, I'm closed up and I'm in contemplation about, my money. What do I do? So interesting, because we have the Three of Wands in this position. So you are awaiting news of some kind, like you are expecting something. This could be you're expecting to hear about money today. And what we have that comes after that is the Tower in this position. Now, in this position, this is after the shock has already taken place, okay? Whatever the destruction was, whatever the shocking news was, whatever the life-altering event was, it already happened in the past, okay? And now, we're in this contemplation mode, many about like money, finances, or maybe just you're thinking about things, but it's not, there's no emotion in it. As I said, it doesn't have to be about money. It could be about a person, a relationship, a situation, a belief, a lost dream, where there's just, like I said, no real emotion behind it. It's just blankly like playing out in your mind almost. But it might be because it's been so long, or you're just numb at this point, or you're just tired of waiting, okay? Because with this, you're waiting for something. You're waiting for news. You're waiting for something to come in, something to come to you, something to come back to you. You may have been waiting for quite some time. And, with the Tower here, this could be about, like maybe some sort of insurance claim that you have. And it could play out in any arena. I'm not even going to list them. There's insurance for everything, right? I just say because of this being the Tower that I feel like it might be out of like an accident or some sort of shocking event, maybe even like an inheritance or some money that you are owed even, okay? We're waiting on it, and we're tired of waiting on it. And with this, you may actually hear something today, but if you don't, this is the universe saying, listen, stop stressing and fretting over it. Like, get out of this energy and just let it go for now. Like, trust me that the resolution to whatever this is for you will come. Like, it's gonna come, but it's gonna come for maybe not in the timing that you had anticipated, okay? It might be taking longer than you anticipated, but in the meantime, this is saying to you, you know, this is a great time for reflection. Like, how did this happen? What is your hand in this? You know, what choices did you make? What have your thoughts been? What have your emotions been? Because many people don't understand how things play out, and they're like, well, how could that be my fault? What are you even talking about? Because they're a good person, they're nice to people, they're courteous, they didn't do anything shady, and yet something happened. And, you know, sometimes life is just life. And if I personally didn't have this happen to me, like I said, I would not be who I am today. I wouldn't be doing tarot. I wouldn't be having a YouTube channel trying to help people who are hurting and sad and want to heal and move on and get their daily advice. Like, I wouldn't be doing any of that if my tower didn't crumble beneath my feet and, you know, leave me damn near dead. I wouldn't be here. And so I'm grateful for it. I would live through it again. And frankly, now when I'm asking for big things from the universe, I'm aware of what potentially might happen. There might be a huge shakeup in my life. But if I'm asking and then I get all this crazy, I'm like, all right, that means I gotta, you know, transform into a different version of myself. But that means I'm about to reach what I want. Like, I'm gonna get there. Because look at the universe moving all these energies in my life to align me to what I'm asking for. Okay? So really think about, you know, your tower, whatever this tower may represent for you, whatever came down, whatever fell apart, whatever illusion was shattered, what was, you know, all of a sudden just gone out of nowhere. Also with that, what are your thoughts? What are your emotions about yourself? Because like I said, you could be a very good person and you're like, why did bad stuff happen to me? Well, where is your focus most of the time? Is it on all the bad stuff happening to you? You know, you can't get a break. Nobody has your back. Nobody loves you. Nobody really likes you. Maybe people only want you for money. You know, what are those thoughts and emotions you carry within? And be real with yourself. Be real. Because when you are, you'll notice, you'll be like, damn, I do think a lot of negative stuff about me, about others, about life. And, you know, until you clean that up, things perpetuate. They really do. And I only say this to you because of what I've gone through, and I tell you what I did that helped me in my life get better. Because, you know, I'm not selling you anything here. Like, I'm not like, hey, sub my channel, like my videos, donate. Like, I'm not even playing that. So what I'm giving you is like, listen, I promise you, I'm only telling you this because it worked for me. The way it worked for me might not be exactly how it will work for you, but you'll figure out your way. If you take what I say to start guiding you, you'll just figure out your own way. And, you know, even with my daughters, when I have to give them a speech and they want to, you know, roll the eyes, I'll say, do I ever say anything to you unless it needs to be said? Ever. And they'll both say no. Because that's the truth. I don't nag. I don't nitpick. You know, you be you, I be me. If I see that you're being crazy because you're my child, I'm going to be like, oh, okay, we need to have a little discussion here about your choices. And, you know, that's about the gist of it. So with this, you know, I know sometimes when you're in this struggle and somebody's saying this stuff, you just want to punch them in the face. Like, I've been there. And I'm like, shut up, you happy person. Like, Screw you. You're just lucky. You just lucked out. I've been there. And I'm telling you, no, it's us. We are so powerful, and we disempower ourselves when we blame other people for what happens in our lives. And yes, sometimes we really love somebody and we're trying, to be there unconditionally and forgive and do this and do that and be a good friend, be a good mom, be a good dad, be a good brother, be a good sister, like be a good coworker, like keeping it all together, And life is life. Life is life. So accept it and know that you are powerful. And when life knocks you down and everything's getting torn apart, it's not because you're being punished or getting bad karma. It's because you've asked for something that is much bigger than who you are right now today. And the universe is like, okay, it's time to grow. So those of you who have been growing for a while, you're reaching for something really big. Don't stop believing. I'm telling you, your mind, your thoughts are so powerful. Never blame anybody else for what's going on in your life. Like, no matter what they're doing, when I said my words to the ex, yes, I did have a little bit of that in there, but it wasn't so much because I want to blame him, because at this point, like, I get it. It takes two, and I just stayed there like a damn fool, so I get what I get. Once you know the truth and you choose to hang around, what do you expect, right? So, what are those thoughts? What are those emotions? Take responsibility for yourself. And yes, like I said, there are things that happen to us outside our circumstance, but again, you can connect those dots too, and it doesn't have to be in a negative light, even though there's negative things that have happened. Where's it taking you? And life is a journey. It's filled with everything, and if every experience you had was just perfect and awesome, what it would take out of those experiences, you wouldn't feel the high of it anymore. So to me, like, I used to be, oh, I want money and and now I'm like, I want a good life. I want happiness. I want to be comfortable. I want to eat healthy food for my body. I want to experience happy moments. I want to create magic with my friends and my family, and I want to laugh, and I want to cry. Do you know that? I do. I want things to happen in my life that do hurt me and do make me cry, because that is part of the experience. And when it hurts, it's because it meant something, and I lived, man. Like, it's all about how you see things and what you think and what you perceive and what you feel about it. And it's a choice. All day long, it's a choice. And even if you're like, girl, bye, because I keep saying that, then it's girl, bye. I know that it's a choice. And that's why I encourage you guys, because if I could get through what I got through, me coming from the family I come from, everything I've been through, I was a teen mom, told my whole life, you ain't gonna be jackass shit. And I believed that. But I always had magic inside of me, and other people would notice that. Because you cross paths with some good people throughout your life, and they see things inside of you that you don't see, and they see things that those pretend friends, don't tell you is magic about you. But those things that people have pointed out and said, hey, that's magic, run with it, because it is. You are magic. No matter what you were born into, no matter what you've been through. I understand it's just words when, we're depending on where you are emotionally, but if you just keep at it, one day those words will be in your soul and it won't be words anymore, and you'll be like, yes, it's changed its meaning. Those words mean something so different to me now. So anyways, whatever it is that we've got to let go of, and take responsibility for. Let it happen, because it's going to snap you out of this space right here, right? And there is an answer. There is something that will be coming. It may show up today, since this is, today's reading, but this might just be your confirmation saying, hey, yeah, it is going to show up, but this is what you need to do first, okay? So apply it how it fits for you. So that is the messages that I have.